that God has done for you and how he has forgiven you. I think sometimes we get so busy with our lives that we forget to thank God for what he has done, for how he has been with us all the time we have walked through, done horrible things that we should have turned away from, as Samir said today. And he still, when we ask him, will forgive us. You know, we are living in probably the most Laodicean area in California, maybe in the United States, possibly in the world. People here who truly believe that they are rich and in need of nothing. And most of them are walking around with a God hole. Believe me, if you've heard my testimony before, you know that when I had all of the things that the world could offer me, I was miserable. I had a God hole you could have driven a Mack truck through. You probably don't know what a God hole is. A God hole is when you don't have a relationship with Christ. In the 1800s, a French mathematician named Blaise Pascal said every single person is born with a God hole, and the only thing that can fill it is God. You must have a relationship with him. We as Adventists have so many ex-Adventists around us here in the valley. People who've known the truth and have turned and walked away from him. And we need to find a way to reach these people. You know, every single morning I say, please, God, give me a divine appointment. And as Peach will tell you, it always happens. Well, yesterday, as I do every day, I said, please, God, give me a divine appointment. Well, we were going to go to her son's house for Thanksgiving. It doesn't sound very much like a place where I would need to have a divine appointment. I mean, after all, we're going to be with family. But what I didn't know was that her nieces had a father who, although he was a very good man, a very kind man, a man who studiously read his Bible, he also was a bit on the legalistic side. And he really was very strict with his children about how God will do this and God will bring down that and God will do something else. And of course, the kids walked away from him. You know, the Holy Spirit absolutely blows my mind. He has such a way. He brings opportunities to you. I have no idea what was said or how it happened, but I ended up talking for almost an hour with her niece about God, about how he loved me, about how he had forgiven me all of the horrible things I have done, and what a loving God he is. What I didn't know was that in the other room, Peach was doing exactly the same thing with the other niece. So here we were, the two of us, on a mission trip on Thanksgiving. You know, when you do your testimony here in front of the church, you're doing it in front of people who love you. People are not going to point a finger at you. People are not going to say, oh, that was awful, you shouldn't have done that. No. You have no idea who you might touch when you give your testimony. Someone who might say, oh, I did that. And yeah, he does forgive. You have no idea how the Holy Spirit uses you. He is absolutely amazing. You know, you can share the Lord in different ways. You can share with how you act. Many times it's either for good or for bad. I'll never forget, I have to watch my time. I'll never forget that, you know, Peach and I, before the COVID, would spend our Sabbath afternoons talking to people at Navarre and praying for them. And one day, this lady motioned for us to come over, and I thought she meant for us to come and pray. So went over and bent my head down, and she pointed at me and she said, "You too, the way you dress, you should be ashamed of yourself. What kind of Adventist are you that you dress like this?" Well, we were a little bit shocked. And I have to tell you, if it weren't for the fact that our feet are so firmly planted in the Adventist church, we could have walked away. You have no idea how a cruel word or a word sound said without love can turn someone away who might lose their eternal soul. You at Navarre have a wonderful opportunity. You have a mission field there. How many people are there afraid that they're going to die and don't understand our gift of the state of the dead? You can share wherever you are. There are mission fields everywhere. You just have to be willing to share and know that when you are doing it, you're not really doing it. It's the Holy Spirit using you. Now, I have an opening. You see, every month there are 3 openings where people can come up and give their testimony. And it just so happens that next week I have 1 opening. Is there someone here who would like to give their testimony next Sabbath? Oh, come on. Oh, great. I've got you down for next week. Now, I have to tell you that starting in January, I have a whole calendar. I don't have anybody's name down. I would be so happy to put your name down. I sit right up here in the second row. So if you just come up, I would be delighted to have your name put on the calendar so that you too can share what God has done for you. In the meantime, may God bless you all. May he keep you and your family in the palm of his hand. God bless you and have a wonderful Sabbath.